It's time for the Ravagers to rise once again to glory!
You are listening to The Ravager Report, a Fox Next Marvel Strike Force podcast dedicated to bringing you the latest news, information, and updates. With your hosts, Dorian.
It is a name what strikes fear into the hearts of anyone what hears it!
And Hebrew Hammer.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all!
Hello, and welcome to episode 49 of The Ravager Report. I am back, and as always, your host, Dorian. Oh, I almost call myself Hebrew. And with me, as always, is the holistic Hebrew Hammer. Hebrew, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm Hebrew Hammer. My gosh.
Yeah. You can never have a perfect intro. It can't happen.
You know what? If we did have a perfect intro, I don't think people would know what to do.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, I think most people just listen live for the intro because they're just going to see how it's going to get screwed up today.
Exactly.
So we are back. We had a small hiatus because I was out of town for a wedding, and apparently everybody that Hebrew asked to come on the show bailed. Hebrew, I'm a little disappointed you did not ask Irish.
Oh no, I actually did. I actually thought that would be funny as like a joke one for him to come on and be my partner. We just talked about what's happened since, but no, he bailed too.
Oh, that's sad, man. That's sad. So
sad day.
Yeah. But we do want to thank you for joining us. Man, I haven't done this in like 3 weeks, so I have completely forgotten how to do an intro. You know, they say it's like writing, you never forget, but oof, I have forgotten.
Killing it.
I am killing it. I do want to say thank you for listening. You know, obviously you can find us on our website at ravagerreport.podbean.com or on any of your favorite podcast apps. If you would like to listen live, you can do so on our Discord server at discord.me/Ravager Report. We do record live every Friday night between 10 and 10:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you'd like to get the live uncut show, that is one of our patron perks, along with roster reviews, segment suggestions, and early access to the show notes. And you can do that at patreon.com/Ravager Report. So, Hebrew, with that out of the way, why don't you let everybody know what you've been up to this past week?
So as I was talking about a little bit before this show, I have been cursed with bugs in my apartment. So my nightmares have come true, and it's been terrible. It's happened over like the past, I want to say like 6-7 days. I have found not one, not two, but 3 cockroaches in my house.
Wait,
in my apartment,
3?
rather.
3.
3.
You know, where there's 3, there's a million.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on. But seriously, it's crazy. I don't know what's happening, and I've been the one to find every single one. One was on the kitchen counter. One was in the bathroom near the toilet, and one was underneath my entertainment center. I found them all, and they're like 2 of them were pretty small, but the other one was kind of big. And let's just say I sleep with a giant can of Raid right next to me. Huh. Inside of the game, I have been still beefing up my AIM team. I'm still farming Scientist Supreme to get up to her 7th star so I can take full advantage of those 7 red stars. That's for sure. And I sorry, I'm watching chat. But and then other than that, that's pretty much been it. Oh, Graviton, farming the heck out of Graviton. I think we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, that's been pretty much it for me. What about you?
Oh man, where do I begin? So, did you know that there was an AIM rework?
Yeah, I heard about it.
I'm so happy. No, so man, first of all, I'm going to say I'm really bummed out that I couldn't be here last week during the actual hype and excitement of the rework to talk about the rework and, you know, kind of bask in the adulation of everybody finally going, Dorian, you were right. Yay. I'm not a narcissist at all. But so I have been working on, I had expected at least a chuckle. My bad.
I gave you a chuckle.
Did you? I might have the filter too high.
Yeah, don't worry, I chuckled.
But so, I've been working on AIM because I wasn't going to get Invisible Woman. I have everybody else for the Fantastic Four, but they're like 2 or 3 star maybe. And I'm not, whatever. So, AIM is getting my focus right now because everybody else that I run, like in Arena or whatever, they're 7 star, they're T13, level 70. They're there. So I did wind up, I did want to give a big shout out to, one of our listeners. You know who you are. He messaged me and was like, "Hey, Dorian, you have talked about AIM for so long. You deserve a Graviton." So he donated to the Dorian Fund to get Graviton. So, big kudos and thank you because I wound up dropping for the other half of that. Because, you had to spend both to get Graviton. So I wound up dropping the 50 to get Graviton, and I've been coring like crazy on this campaign. He's about 90 shards shy of 5 star, but he's 4 red star. So he's sitting around 36k right now, and he is bloody fantastic. He's just so much fun to play, and I'm actually working on a team that I've been talking to Evan, friend of the podcast, Evan, on recently. It's got some quirks to it. Give you guys a quick, brief preview. Magneto, Juggernaut, Graviton, Pyro, and Ant-Man. And it actually can do some work in Arena against Ultron and Phoenix. It kind of bombs a bit if they've got Drax, but it can do some good work if you got to be really careful. Like, you don't want Magneto on the opposing team, so you got to kind of pick and choose your matches. But it will take out and nullify an Ultron and a Phoenix because of Graviton's passive and his ultimate, and it's just fantastic.
I mean, that's an interesting use. At least you're trying to make kind of out of meta characters into meta teams.
And that was the whole purpose behind it, because, everybody, if you don't have Captain Marvel or Ultron or Phoenix, then, you're just not doing anything in Arena. And, I want to give people alternatives to being able to fight up a little bit higher. So, I mean, the team does require Magneto, who is legendary, but you can't have everything.
Yeah.
So I have also been going back into video. I've done 2 videos the past couple of weeks. One for the AIM rework, because I could not do a video for the AIM rework. But I also released one yesterday for my suggestion for the T4 ability materials for AIM. And I've got like 3 or 4 more in the pipe talking about different AIM teams, their setup, and why they work together. So I'm going to wind up putting those out sometime within the next week as well.
Right. No, that would be good. I think stuff like that needs to happen because, like you said, it's hard to move around if you don't have those meta characters right now.
Yeah, it really
There's so
is.
So many meta heavy hitters.
Yeah, and to give you guys a real quick sneak peek, you start out with that Magneto team I was talking about. You still start out putting the Disrupt onto Ultron at the very beginning of the fight. But what that does is that puts slow on Ultron, and Graviton will now go before Ultron because Ultron's 107 speed and Graviton's 106 speed. So once you get that slow on Ultron, Graviton's going to go before him. And so Phoenix will do her thing, but Graviton can then stun Ultron. And you can ability block him with Ant-Man. And once you get Ultron to 50% health, Graviton's going to extend the stun and the 2 turn ability blocks by 1 extra turn. So you effectively take Ultron completely out of the fight.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So
that is pretty nice.
It's an interesting way to look at things because, I mean, Ant-Man's relatively easy to get. So.
Yeah, no, I think that is good. And it sounds like some other people are starting to, do similar things, just kind of experiment with those non-meta characters to create teams for the really meta teams that we see. So I'm glad that you're definitely doing it because it needs to happen.
Yeah, I really feel it does. And I kind of feel that because Graviton drops so close to the Invisible Woman, a lot of people are going to be focusing on Invisible Woman and the Fantastic Four. Mm-hmm. So, me, I've been an AIM proponent for almost a full year now. So, even though it did start as a joke, but still.
I mean, Graviton is like a next level character. He really
is.
Good.
He really is. Once you get into his kit, he's really, really good. And here's the thing about the AIM team. And we're kind of jumping ahead, which is fine. But like the AIM rework, the thing that's really amazing about them is that they're a team. Like one of the things that Fox Next has been doing recently is they've been locking the teams behind T4 ability maps. Mm-hmm. AIM isn't like that. You can get a really good AIM team with a very minimal T4 ability investment.
You can, but but you can take them to another level with their T4s.
You can, and that's why.
But
it depends on what team you run.
You don't need it.
Yeah, I mean, Assaulter's like the only one you absolutely need.
Yeah. If you're going with Assaulter, then yeah.
Well, Assaulter should be. I think there are 3. Well, okay, there are 2 that need to be on every. There are 3 really that need to be on every AIM team, and that is Scientist Supreme, Graviton, and Assaulter. I think the other 2 are up in the air.
There are so many people that disagree with you. It's crazy, but I would say that people thinking that Assaulter needing to be on the team is like probably the minority of people. But I agree with you. I fully think Assaulters should be on there.
Yeah,
I think he's really important to the team.
Yeah, because I mean, every turn he goes, he's just going to give 20% speed bar to his adjacent allies. I mean, if you're not running him, I don't understand. Especially if you run Monstrosity, because Monstrosity's so slow, you need that 20% boost. So I really think that now I'm kind of coming around on Monstrosity. I didn't run him originally. I was running Infector more.
Right.
But I'm actually working on a team. I don't think you need security. I think security is the one you leave out. And I think you run Scientist Supreme, Assaulter, Graviton, Monstrosity, and Infector. And I think that's the team you go with. And
for me, Infector is the one that I leave out.
No, Infector's, you want Infector in there because Infector gives counter. He gets 75% speed if you put the T4 abilities on there. He gives himself negative buffs, which is great because on Scientist Supreme's turn, he's going to be getting an energy ability. So Infector will give placement with AIM is so important that if you're watching, and I've said this in my videos, and I'll continue saying it, if you're watching somebody and they don't tell you how important the placement of these people are, they're doing it wrong, and you should
especially with Assaulter.
Buyer beware. Yeah.
Especially with Assaulter.
I actually have Assaulter speeding up Scientist Supreme and AIM Monstrosity. So I put AIM Monstrosity in the middle. I put Graviton and Assaulter behind him. And then I put Scientist Supreme on the other side of Assaulter in the front. And then I put Infector next to Graviton so that Graviton's getting that that counter. Sadly, he doesn't hit with his normal basic for his counter. I'd prefer to have Assaulter counter because Assaulter does the bleeds. But then you lose speed, and Assaulter or Infector doesn't need speed because they're getting 75% speed bar every time their special goes off anyway. Mm-hmm. So it's that's the team I'm currently looking at, and probably the one I'm going to suggest because that is crazy effective. I don't like. I've seen I'm going to slow it down and I'm going to out debuff and sustain you. I think you're really missing out because you have 2 or 3 of the hardest hitting characters in the game on that team in Assaulter and Monstrosity. And if you put a T4 on Monstrosity and he gives himself offense up before he hits somebody,
yeah, no, I fully agree. I fully agree with you. I put Graviton, I put Assaulter, I put Security, Scientist Supreme, and Aim Monstrosity. So where we differ is you take out Security, I put Aim Infector. I've tried that myself. I still prefer with Aim Security.
Now, the nice thing about Security, obviously, is she does give that 10k health every time she taunts.
Yeah.
And that is massive. I actually put her, when I was running her, I didn't run Monstrosity. I was running Infector still because I really still feel like Infector is the sneaky play here because Assaulter and Graviton both do extra damage based off the number of negative effects on the enemy. And the ones that do that most effectively are Infector and Scientist Supreme. So if you want to do more damage output, Infector will debuff, Scientist Supreme debuffs, and then Assaulter, when he does his special, as long as he's got a negative effect on him, he is going to wreck somebody. Because he does 100% bonus damage per negative effect. Now, I have a question out to Fox next. If the target does not have any negative effects, does he get no bonus damage? So once I have an answer to that, I will definitely let people know. But when I was running Security, I put Security. I didn't put Security on the corner. I put Security behind Graviton and Infector. So that way, Security was just healing Graviton, keeping him alive longer.
Right.
So, and then I had Assaulter behind Graviton and Scientist Supreme. Because Scientist Supreme, you want going as quickly as possible because she's going to give that energy every time she goes to somebody.
Right.
So, yeah.
No, it's fair. I've
been theory crafting the hell out of these guys for last week.
Yeah, I honestly think there's kind of a place, or at least a play style for everyone, because I am planning on trying to mess around with research a little bit more whenever the raid comes out and see if I can find a sustainable version, like a raid-worthy version. So we'll see. Take
out Researcher. I actually, Researcher works really well on a non-aim team, and like Graviton and Scientist Supreme. Those are the 3 you can really put on a non-aim team and have them do some heavy work, because Researcher only does one thing in an aim team, and that gives random buffs.
Yeah,
which is nice, but it meh.
I think in a raid, having Researcher might be more helpful to help with sustain a little bit more. I'm going to be messing around with that whenever we get the new raid in.
Yeah, the only reason why I have been thinking about that, and I was originally looking at Researcher, and I was a group, but the more I've looked at it, so Monstrosity heals for 20% every time he goes. Scientist Supreme will heal every couple of turns, for like 5,500 plus. 15% of her max health. And if you run Security in that team, Security will give you another 10k to 3 people. So there's a lot of sustain there without Researcher. So I hesitate to drop anybody out for Researcher.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I don't have anything, in the cards yet for it, but it's something that I'm going to be messing around with more whenever I get her out. Because right now she's my lowest priority to increase.
Oh, yeah.
But
if you watch my T4 ability video, she's the one I'd give no recommendations on.
Yeah, and that's fair, because everywhere else, like, you wouldn't use her, and even for raid, you don't necessarily need her, but I want to see if I can make a even more sustainy team with her in it, and then to see who's the optimal replacement.
You want to hear a funny little secret?
Yeah.
Okay. Scientist Supreme, Assaulter, Ultron, Security, and add one. The reason being is that because they are all villain techs, every time Ultron gets a kill, they're increasing their buffs. There's your raid team.
Oh, yeah.
You could probably put Researcher on there, but I have a feeling that that's going to be a crazy good raid team. In fact,
but I'm just talking AIM exclusive.
6 going on, so.
Yeah.
Which you would know if you were still in the guild, but, our alliance, my bad.
I'd know which one? Yeah.
That we had raids going on if you were still in our alliance.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not, so.
Have you not gotten your cigarettes? You promised pancakes, man.
I'll come back eventually.
Okay. You say so.
But yeah, either way, like, I kind of want to, like, keep my AIM, but just for, having a fun, I think that AIM is the funnest team to play with now. I went through this phase with Kree, and I just think that there's so much fun with Graviton, especially. Like, it's so cool. The payoff was there. So, anyways, I'm just glad they're out. I'm glad that I have more stuff to experiment with that I actually want to experiment with. So that's cool to me.
Yeah, I feel that their rework is close to Defender level. It's definitely better than Kree.
Absolutely better than Kree. I think it is Defender level. Just in a very different way.
Yeah, I can see that. And they're definitely anti Brotherhood. So
yeah,
they will punch so far up above Brotherhood, it's not funny.
Yeah.
So
I look at Defenders and they're not, especially now, they're not great. I mean, they're still a good team, but they're not like as dominant as they were a while ago. Now that we're in this really like debuff heavy meta team.
Yeah, I hate the debuff meta. I don't know. I feel like we've had a debuff meta for a very long time at this point.
And it's hard to see a way out of it too, considering.
Yeah, I mean, they just got to make a conscious effort to get rid of it. And just stop with it, and make people that are like just I don't know. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. So, but let's jump in here and well that knocked a segment off the news update. AIM rework taken care of. I could almost say Graviton also taken care of. But before we get any further, let's talk about the survey for the week. So there was a lot of things to discuss in the survey, but chose to kind of focus on not like more recent news, but say things that you and I kind of just discussed. So let's get in and get this discussed here. So do you like the AIM reworks? Yes, no, or don't care?
Oh yeah, I like it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So to the 11 people that don't care, shame on you. 75 people said yes. Everybody else said they don't care. Who do you think got the best rework? Assaulter, Scientist Supreme, Monstrosity, Researcher, Infector, Security, none, all of them, or don't care?
I mean, considering where they all came from, it's like they all got really good reworks, but Scientist Supreme, I would say, is, she's my favorite rework.
Well, is that because of your 7-star?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, look, don't hide the ball. Be honest, right? And I appreciate that. So
I got skin in the game.
I actually thought all their reworks were really, really good.
Yeah, I agree.
So I did all of them are the best, but 56 respondents agreed with you that Scientist Supreme was the best.
There we go.
Only 5 people agreed with me that all of them are the best. 13 people don't care. What is wrong with you people? So, what mode do you think AIM is going to work the best in? War Blitz, Raids, Arena, or don't care?
If we're including Graviton in this, which we should because he's AIM, then I would say War. But I mean, they'll work very well in Blitz. So the only thing that's on like a question in my mind right now is Raids. Like at least the upcoming raid. That's going to be the standard I hold it to.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, look, I'm running them right now in Ultimate 6, but I'm running them. I'm kind of pre-running them with the Ultron team just to get a feel for how that works. But Ultimate 6 has been out for so long, you can't use that as a bar anymore.
Exactly.
So I agree with you. I think War and Blitz are the two best. I think Raids comes in. We'll see what happens when we see the Alt 7. Obviously, the full AIM team, not in Arena, but I do think that it can be piecemealed into an Arena team.
I agree. It's just there's so many like prominent, Arena specific teams right now. I mean, a lot of it's gated, but still, it's never going to be someone's ideal Arena team,
Yeah, absolutely. So do you plan on focusing on AIM? Yes, no, or don't care?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, they're kind of my primary focus. 46 people agreed, said yes. 36 said no. 4 don't care. So
isn't that great that we can finally say that?
Yeah, it's good to finally get you guys on board with me.
You've been waiting there the whole time.
I've been pulling this train, waiting for everybody to catch up. So glad you're here. Welcome aboard. My name's Dorian. I will be your conductor on this extravaganza. So now we're going to move into Graviton here. So, Hebrew, did you like Graviton's kit?
Oh, I don't like it. I love it.
It is pretty amazing.
I love that kit. It's so good.
Opening stun. Just opening stun. Yeah. That is insane.
I love it. It feels amazing.
Then he does, slows, and he works absolutely fantastic with Magneto, because when Magneto pulls everybody together, when Graviton throws off his special, he hits all 5 people. So everybody's just gonna take some damage, get some slows, and just he's gonna go to town. So 80 people said yes. 1 said no, there's our troll, and 5 said they just don't care. Okay, I think if you don't care, you're doing it wrong. It's just me, though.
It's like a free, really, really good team to have. So
it is a free good team.
You should care.
Yeah, and it's something that most people that have been playing this game for any significant amount of time are going to have relatively decently starred. So even without trying.
At least for a couple of them, yeah, for sure.
So let's see, Hebrew, where do you expect to have Graviton at by the end of his campaign?
I want to say 5, but I know I'm not going to be able to do 5, so I'm going to say 4, but I'm going to dream of 5.
I am also dreaming of 5. But that's because, I dropped on the offers, and I've been dropping on coring him up, or coring for the campaign. I've had such bad drops. The only drop I've had is a 16. Everything else is garbage.
I haven't even gotten close to a 16 yet. I'm inching my way up.
I hate these.
I don't even think I've had him as a main drop yet.
Thankfully, I've had him as a main drop a few times, but I've already dropped. I want to say I've dropped like 2,000 cores on refreshing this campaign. Now, I made a huge mistake early on in that I was refreshing like the 700 nodes a couple of times until I was like, wait, this is stupid.
Yeah,
I need the energy, not the node refreshes, dummy.
Yeah.
So I lost probably a good 200-300 cores doing that the first day or two before I woke up. I was traveling. I had fatigue and I was sick. Sure, that's my story. And I was sticking to it. Hebrew, do you think Graviton is required to make an AIM team work?
Required, no, but he makes it exponentially better, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he's required. In fact, I'm doing a video on my team recommendation if you don't have Graviton. And they work rather well. I've been running them in Blitz, testing them out in War. So I've been pretty happy with the results so far.
Yeah, me too.
Let's see. It was almost a perfect split on yes and no. 41 people said yes, 42 said no. 3 don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not upset with that answer because I like people being interested in AIM even without Graviton. But yeah, I mean, a Graviton ad makes that team the next level. That's for sure.
Yes, he does. And finally, do you think Graviton can be used outside of an AIM team?
Hell yeah, he can be used outside of an AIM team.
I absolutely agree with you there. So do 75 people, 75 respondents. 5 said no, and 3 said they don't care. To the people that said no, please message me. I'd love to have that discussion. And finally, our last survey segment is Invisible Woman. Are you going to get Invisible Woman unlocked, yes or no?
I will not. I won't.
Yeah, I won't either. I didn't put the work into Shocker, so the others I could have done, but
Same.
Shocker was the one because I was focusing on so many other places. So let's see. I
just knew if I did it, I wasn't going to be able to up. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was going to say, I knew that if I did it, she would just be sitting there because I have, my AIM team that I knew I wanted to work on really hard because I could make them, an incredibly good team because they're all so much higher of a level. More start out at least because I've had them for a lot longer than any of the Fantastic Four people.
Right.
So overall, it's going to give me a better team by focusing all my resources on AIM than Fantastic Four right now.
So the next question was, what star level will you get her to this time? Won't unlock her 5, 6, or 7. Well, I know you and I both won't unlock her. Most of our respondents, 46 said they would get to 5-star. 27 said they won't unlock her. 6 people said they get to 7-star. Congrats to you guys. And 7 said they would get to 6-star.
Very nice.
What do you think of the Fox? Okay, so this question was, I wrote these before we kind of knew what was going to happen. So this question was, what do you think Fox Next will do about the wrong gear type? Nothing, roll it back, change the gear going forward, or don't care. We now know that they're going to change the gear type going forward. So, and that honestly was the right decision.
Yeah.
I honestly was really afraid that we're going to try to roll it back, and that there would have been, and there should have been, screaming from the heavens should that happen, because they didn't roll back Goldgate 3.
Right.
Was it Goldgate 2 or Goldgate 3?
I lose track. There's been so many. But if they weren't going to roll back that for the whales, they shouldn't roll this back for everybody. So, yeah.
That actually leads us into the next question was, if Fox Next rolls back the gear change but doesn't give back the gear, how angry will you be? I may quit. I'll be insanely upset but won't quit. I'll be upset, but hey, it's Fox Next. I won't be upset. It seems fair. I'd be completely cool with it and don't care. So
yeah,
how
mine
would you
was
have
for 100%. I'll be upset, but hey, it's Fox Next. I've ridden the storm since the very beginning with them.
Yeah.
This won't break me.
Yeah, I think we're conditioned at this point.
Exactly.
I think we are conditioned. Most people said, I'll be upset, but hey, it's Fox Next. 35 people said that. 24 said, I'll be insanely upset, but won't quit. 17 didn't care. 8 said they may quit. And 2 said, I won't be upset. It seems fair. I think those guys are just trolls. So what do you think of Invisible Woman? She great? Okay? Horrible? Or do you not care?
I belong in the she's good box.
She's okay.
I don't think I think she's better than okay, but I don't think she's great either. I think that she's good.
Interesting.
You forgot one.
If you say so.
Well, either way, I think that I lean more towards she's okay, just because I don't think that she's like, oh my god. But yeah, I think she's definitely good. So
yeah, I was gonna say if you read her kit on paper, she's great, but I'm seeing a lot of reports that in reality she's not as good. And it may not be entirely her fault. Like one of the things that I've seen floating around is her barrier is supposed to be based off of her max health, but she's not applying it equally to everybody.
I gotcha.
So I'm not sure if the explanation for that, if there's an explanation for that has been made public, or that basically there's a barrier cap on different individuals. So that's what's going on. Hey, Wolver jumped in. How you doing, buddy?
He's been here for a while, dude.
Well, he showed up while I was gone, I guess.
No, he showed up before that.
Did he? All right.
Yeah.
I haven't been watching chat, so I'm even focused. Man. You should be focused too. But so there's an individual cap per player, which other games do the same thing, so I'm not super torn up by that. But I do think that it does kind of hurt her a bit, because if, let's say, you've got 7 red stars on her, and her health is basically through the roof, she's still not going to give out what you would expect for barrier.
Yeah.
So
that's another problem with red stars, though. Like, you can potentially break things really easy if you did follow that rule. Like, it was attached to her health.
Oh, yeah.
It's another reason why red stars should not have been put into this game.
At this point, what are you going to do, man? I mean, that train has sailed. I'm not upset about red stars anymore.
Plus, I have a 7 red star scientist approved, so I can't say shit.
Did I tell you? Well, I'll talk to you about that after I do the last one. So, last question is, do you think the Fantastic Four are the best team in the game? Yes, no, or don't care?
I mean, I think it depends on which mode you're talking about. I think that, that you can't say that about any character or any team anymore. It's very mode dependent, but I think that they are one of the best characters in this game. I don't think that they're necessarily the best in any particular mode, though, but certainly very, very high up on the tier list in like war, for sure. But I don't know if they're the best.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. I think I still say that Shield is better because of just overall, not individually, right? But because
I know what you mean.
So
if you were
good
to
in so many
gauge it
different
across
modes.
all modes,
yeah. Honestly, I'm kind of putting the defenders are still up there. I think Kree are kind of niche, whatever. I think AIM is actually up there now because they work so well.
You're talking about for just general,
general.
Gotcha.
Yeah, X-Men,
mode hoppers.
X-Men
I think is for sure the best
arena.
In
full arena team,
yes. Absolutely. Wait till Cyclops comes out. Oof. You'll LOL at everything.
Oh my gosh. Well, so it's funny because, but let's get through this and then we'll kind of get into the future. We'll see what Future Man has to say. So that's our survey for this week. Thanks for everybody that responded to that, and we will come back to the survey for our grab bag a little bit later. Hebrew, with that, let's move into the news, shall we?
Well, let's do it.
All right. So I don't have this on the show notes. I'm going to add it right now. There's been some leaking going on. We may be getting Beast.
Maybe getting Beast.
Beast.
Oh, I don't think I knew about that.
Yeah. Apparently his ability icons have been floating around.
Huh.
Okay. So, not really leak when he's on the splash screen. That's fair, because we already know. But
that's right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the icons. He is on the splash screen, but I'm talking more about the icons themselves. So, if you look at the icons, he looks like he's going to be kind of a support healer.
Mm-hmm.
And that looks to be kind of his his thing.
Mhm.
And what we now know about the Cyclops kit,
Mhm.
I kind of feel like we're gonna be able to get like 2 different X-Men teams.
Right.
So we're gonna have Cyclops, Phoenix, and Wolverine on the first page. Or I'm sorry, on the first team. Those 3 are going to be on the first team. I think we're going to have Storm and Psylocke.
Mhm.
You might be able to pull Storm off and put. I'm sorry, you need Colossus in there. Yeah, no, I said so. Cyclops, Colossus, Wolverine, and Phoenix, and then you need the 4th, and I think that's going to be or the 5th. That's going to be Psylocke.
Right.
And then on the secondary team, you can have Storm, Beast. Who am I forgetting here? Help me out, Hebrew.
Who are you talking about? Just who's on the X-Men team?
Yeah.
Oh, so you have Cyclops, Storm, Wolverine, Colossus, Psylocke, Phoenix.
Yeah,
Can I name them all?
I think 5 of those are going to be. I think 5 of those are going to be like your core team. But I think we're going to be able to make a secondary mutant team. Hopefully, we'll get some more X-Men. But I think Beast is probably going to go on that secondary team. But you can see his ability icons in our chat here, and definitely looks like he's going to be a healer / support of some kind, just based off the ability icons. So that's pure speculation on my part. We do know that Hela is going to be coming to the game as well. And there's been some leaks going around about her.
Oh
minions.
yeah, Iceman. Yeah.
And so yeah, where was I? Hela and minions. So Hela's probably gonna have minions. They look a lot like Ghost Rider. Other people who are in the Cool Kids Club and have internal contacts are saying Ghost Rider's coming.
Oh man, yeah.
So that's probably going to be around Halloween. And there's going to be another character coming as well.
Yeah, we have a good year ahead of us.
So, yeah, there's going to be some really, really, really good, good stuff coming. So, I will not spoil. Well, okay. It's been said in chat, so it's going to be. I've heard that it's going to be Elsa Bloodstone, who is also coming to Marvel Contest of Champions. I was really surprised when I looked her up.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I didn't either. She's really kind of vague. I was hoping more for Blade, Dormammu. You could give us Morpheus for the Spider-Verse. I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, she's a demon hunter, is what she is. So okay. I mean, it thematically it makes sense, but
okay.
So
does that mean that we're not going to be getting Ghost Rider then?
No, we're getting Ghost Rider and Elsa Bloodstone. That's the 2 Halloween characters we're going to be getting.
Okay, cool, awesome.
I'm so excited. Love to see
Ghost
Moon Knight
Rider
come into the game. I have not had that confirmed yet. So I know Moon Knight just got added to Marvel Ultimate Alliance, though. Yes, Elsa is in the new Ultimate Alliance as well. So.
Yeah, I think I used her in Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah.
And I got rid of her quickly, but yeah, I think I used her. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought the name sounded familiar. Okay.
So, I mean, that's kind of what I know at this point. Just from keeping my ear to the ground and listening to things that are going around. So, again, this is all speculation. We don't know 100%. I'm just reporting what others have said in the public sphere. So, I don't have any internal information nor, could I share it if I did. So,
all right, Cyclops time.
Okay. By the way, since Disney owns Marvel, I would kill to see Jack Skellington come into this game. Jack Skellington is my favorite character.
I would love that too, but yeah.
I mean, he's already in Disney battle mode, but you know.
Well, that makes sense though, or more sense, I should say.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Boy, you want to get to Cyclops. Okay.
Cyclops.
Okay, so Hebrew's really excited because there is a data mine for Cyclops that occurred.
Updated data mine.
An updated data mine. So let me get back to where I found this here. I thought I sent it to you, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, it was on Reddit. Okay. So this is going to be our own ICFR segment here. And for those of you that don't listen to the Shattered Order podcast for Galaxy of Heroes, ICFR it came from Reddit. So according to Reddit, Datamine, Cyclops' kit has changed. His health is going to be 176,000, basically 177,000. Damage will be 22,000, which would make him highest in the game. His focus will be 5,600 for second highest. His speed will be around a 100. So he's going off right around the Jessica Jones speed level. Good armor, 5,500 armor, 3,000 resistance, and 200% accuracy. So like Daredevil and Hawkeye, he is immune to blind.
Those stats are glorious.
They are really, really, really good.
They're amazing. Like you look at there and there's not really a weakness there.
Yeah.
So everything is better than you think it would be.
His basic changed. He's not adding disrupt anymore.
Yeah.
Now he will attack for 300% damage and a 50% chance to apply defense down. But if Psylocke is an ally, he will always apply defense down, which is good.
300% damage when he already has 22k base damage.
Yeah. He's hitting, his basic is hitting at Ultron levels.
Yeah. Like, that's insane. That's amazing.
Yeah, that is.
Plus the defense down on top, either a chance of it or guaranteed. That's crazy.
Yeah. Let's see. His special is, to me, he'll apply taunt to the two most injured, non-summoned, non-primary target enemies. That's key, because you're not going to get it on, Ultron Fabricator. So that's awesome. He will call an ally Wolverine to attack the most injured of those previous enemies, and then call an ally to attack the second most injured of those previous enemies.
Yeah.
He will then attack the primary target for 350% damage.
Yeah. At which, once again, lots of damage. That utility from the taunts, amazing. And then the synergy that he has with Wolverine, which we'll see more of later on, is so cool. I just want to see that in action. I think it's going to be so much fun. Wolverine will actually finally feel like really useful in a team, and I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he is going to be such a monster, and his kit just keeps getting better.
We're not done. Down. Yeah, we're not done. It does get better. So Optic Devastation is his ultimate. He will attack all enemies for 250% damage and apply slow for 2 turns. That damage will be increased by 25% per charged. So he could wind up doing up to 350% damage and applying slow. And then he will lose all charged. So my question is, here's my question. The way this reads, let's say he has 4 charges, right? Oh, by the way, he can have a maximum of 20 charges. We'll get there. So let's just say 4 charges. That's going to be 100% damage. Is that 100 plus 250 for 350, or is it 100% of the 250, basically making it 500? I'll have to ask.
I think it ends up being additive. 500.
I think it's going to add up being 350. But I'm going to ask I can't ask before we actually get kit information. So once we do, I need to make sure to ask about that one, because I can see it going 2 different ways.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying too, but the way it reads to me reads that it would end up being 500, but I think that it makes more sense to be 350 just because it's so much damage for an AoE with utility that 500 just doesn't make sense. Which, granted, I mean, it can go up to 500 though, regardless. But in a limited amount of turns, 350 just makes more sense than 500.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep, I do, but I think that we need to get to the passive team synergy.
Yeah, you're right.
Because on turn and on X-Men ally turn, he gains +2 charged up to a maximum of 20.
Yeah.
So you're only running this guy with X-Men, and so every turn he's just gaining 2 charged.
Yeah.
That's insane. And so if he's hitting for 25% damage per charged, you'll get to 20 relatively quickly.
Yeah.
And so that's 500% damage. So
yep.
So it'll either be 750 or 500% of 250%. So yeah, that's just insane.
For AoE, like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is
what use is what's her face anymore?
Phoenix?
No, not Phoenix.
Storm.
Girl that we use as a nuke for X-Men right now.
Captain Marvel?
For X-Men right now. Storm,
Phoenix?
thank you.
Oh, Storm.
Storm.
I mentioned Storm and you kept going.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear that. Evan, thank you for saying Storm. I only acknowledge you.
That's friend of the podcast, Evan, for you, ladies and gentlemen, and my co-host. Feel the love.
But yeah, I think that, like, it's insane. He does so much damage so much more quickly than her, and he applies a slow with it at the same time.
Yeah.
That's I don't see a use for Storm anymore. Not to mention,
that's why I think she's going to be on a different team.
I think she's going to have to by default, just because she's going to be B team now for sure. Like, there's just a better version of her.
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking something up. Let's continue. The passive's not done.
Yeah.
Not by a long shot.
There's more.
Oh, there's more. So when an enemy attacks an ally Phoenix or Dark Phoenix, 50% chance to attack that enemy for 200% damage. That's cool. Scott loves Jean. That's fine.
Just
if he doesn't attack
200%, by the way, with 22k base damage. No big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. However, if he doesn't attack, he calls an assist from an ally Wolverine to attack that enemy. Mm-hmm. Wolverine gains plus 80% damage for the assist.
Yeah.
I really like this part of it because thematically it's awesome, right? Thematically it's perfect.
It really is. They did such a good job with him and Wolverine and Phoenix on this that it's great.
Yes, I think that is absolutely fantastic. Now, the problem is that the Wolverine still doesn't hit nearly as hard. As I would like. But
right, that's Wolverine's problem, not
that's Wolverine's problem, not Cyclops. So, I mean, they're trying to increase Wolverine's usability without actually having to really rework his kit, because we do know Wolverine is getting a rework as well. He's getting some additions done to his kit. So those three working together is going to be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I think after the rework, I don't think it's going to be like as good of a rework as a lot of people want it to be, but I think it's going to be like make him better.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to make him great, but combined with Cyclops in an X-Men kit, it's going to be really, really nice.
Yeah. Oh, and we're not done with the kit yet.
Nope, there's more.
Nope, there's more. On ally Phoenix death, gain offense up and change an ally Wolverine speed bar by plus 100%. So, that 250 damage? Yeah, that's just now 500. I'm sorry, it's 50%, not 100%. So, what is it? 375.
Yeah.
So 375 damage, and Wolverine's just going to go again.
Yeah.
So
but that makes so much thematic sense. I love it.
Oh, absolutely.
Plus, I heard there's an animation for it that is really. really on point thematically with it. So
I said a potty word? Okay. All right. If
I
you
don't
say
know.
so.
I say them all the time.
Hey, look, in real life, I cuss like a sailor. I just try to turn it down for this. So, we'll have to do an explicit podcast one day. No, we won't. No, we won't. Let's see. So, yeah, that is Cyclops' kit. I think that the rework is kind of amazing. And
I mean, his kit is. Oh no, that's right, because it didn't have the Wolverine stuff before. Yeah,
right.
I definitely prefer it like this more. The only thing I would have changed back is the basic, but this is fine with me too. Like, I don't mind it.
No, I don't mind it either. I think that it's gonna make them extremely crazy, and I think that those three combined are going to have a really, really good shot at being, at beating the hybrid arena meta right now.
Yeah, I think so.
And we need it. I'll be honest. We kind of need it. The arena's starting to get a little stale. I mean, defenses get mixed up a little bit, but I mean, you're really only running one-ish team on arena offense.
Mm-hmm.
So. All right. Well,
Next.
I was leaving you an opening to talk, but I guess that's not going to.
No, I agree with everything that you just said. So, yeah.
So let's talk about today's dev blog, and we got some really good info out of this.
Yeah,
we actually got a dev blog with something of substance, which was fantastic. So Agent Coulson is coming. He will be here soon, from the sounds of it, and that's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. So his kit, he's going to be Hero Global Tech Controller Shield. His basic's going to be Night Gun, which does single target damage, reduces the enemy speed bar, and change to additional targets and reduce their speed bar as well. I don't know if I'm the only one, as I mentioned in the release video for this. Am I the only one that's disappointed that an ability called Night Gun does not do a stun?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it should.
I think it should. I think
it should put them to sleep ideally. Yeah,
right.
And stun them. It should be like its own thing. Yeah.
So, I mean, it does reduce the speed bar, so that okay. But yeah, Night Gun should stun. Anyway,
just makes them. It makes them drowsy versus going to sleep.
Right. His special is going to be EMP Punch. Attacks the primary target. On war defense, he'll transfer positive effects from the enemy to all non-minion shield allies. And then will flip all positive effects on the primary target. And then apply slow to all tech enemies. So, yeah, your Ultron teams against shield? No.
Yep.
No. No. AIM, which might be a good counter to this. No.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. That would be bad. His ultimate is called Teamwork. He will apply offense up to all shield allies, remove all positive effects, apply defense down, and taunt to the target with the highest damage. Call the two highest damage allies to assist, and then attack all enemies. And then his passive is the Agent. He will grant speed bar to shield medic when he drops below 50% health. He'll grant max health to shield allies on war defense, grant resistance to shield allies on war defense, and on war defense, he will grant immunity to shield allies on spawn. So medic is going to be one of those that you're going to run with him. And then, I mean, this is very custom built for Cap, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Quake, Shield Medic to be run with him.
Yeah.
I really can't see many other comps that you're going to want to use here.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't tell, they're pushing Shield to be with him.
They are pushing non-Shield minions to be with him. So,
yes.
And one of the key things that they're changing with Shield Medic is her kit's being changed that if Coulson's dead, she will 100% revive him every time. And I've asked, and it's been confirmed that if he dies 5 times, she can revive him 5 times.
Yeah.
So her kit will always revive him every single time, not just the first time. I wanted to clarify that it wasn't just going to be the first time.
Right.
So, because we all know Fox Next and Words, not a good combo. So,
True.
So the question then becomes, how are we going to get him? How are we going to get him? Well, we are going to be getting him in the milestones. So, they're changing up the recurring milestones by adding a new character, more rewards, and improving the scoring system, aka making it harder. First up, you can now recruit Agent Coulson via milestones as we've added his character shards to the mix. Oh God, so he won't be guaranteed; he'll just be in the mix.
They wouldn't make it that easy. You know them better than that.
I've been sitting on Captain Marvel, needing 6 shards for 200 for like 2 weeks now.
Really?
Yeah. I'm so sick of those drops. Let's see. Next, we increase the number of orbs, gear, gold, and character shards available. Be sure to log in every day to reap the benefits. The World Warrior milestone has undergone several changes as well. Alliance War battles now earn points towards this milestone, and to account for this change, Blitz, Raid, and Arena points have been adjusted, meaning they've gone lower. Lastly, scores in the participation leaderboard are now visible, so you can see how you stack up against the other commanders in your alliance and be called out when you don't perform as well as everybody else.
Thank God I'm not in the alliance anymore. I mean, in your alliance. Evan would have been yelling at me all the time during that time.
It's not Evan. Yeah, it's not Evan. It's not Evan. Evan's actually, although we now have war requirements.
Yeah.
I threw it.
But I mean, yeah, Evan was mentioning, and he's listening to me right now. So
I know he is.
He's kept tabs on me every day whenever I was in there. Now I'm very consistent, but who knows with the future, but I'm just glad that I don't have to let him down anymore.
Yeah. So, now that we've kind of covered Coulson end to end here, I'm probably the one guy going, meh, okay. For very specific reasons. He's a character you're never really going to get to play. He's a war defense character, right? You're going to set him on defense, and then you're going to wave bye-bye.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of in the same thought process as you, though. I think that he will still be, like, okay outside of war, but he's definitely not going to be anything close to what he's meant to be inside of war, defense, specifically.
No. Yeah, I mean, sure, you'll use him in Blitz, so you can pull him out once every couple hours.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Like, but I think, but I was gonna say, like, I really, really dislike, because before it was they were giving war bonuses, right? But now it's obviously this isn't the first character they've done this on, but it's war defense specific bonuses. So I'm not even limited to just a mode. I'm now limited to a particular side of a mode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in this mode, just as you said, I don't even get to play him. So that is kind of depressing. He's going to be God level, for war defense, but yeah, I
but
want
you don't get to play that. I mean,
play.
I play the game to play the characters and have fun with them. And while you can use him in, Blitz, or maybe raids or, some other area, you're not getting the full effect of his abilities, and you're not getting to enjoy everything he can do because he's locked into his kit's built for a non-playable game mode. And I don't like that. I mean,
no, you're right. And it's funny because you're going to end up hating him more than you're ever going to end up liking him because you're going to have to play against him all the time.
Oh, I know, right?
Sour taste in your mouth. Yeah.
Look, I just hope that Power Armor still crushes this team. Because they are right now the Great War Equalizer. Fantastic Four may do some work against him as well. But look, as long as, Power Armor can still crush his team. Because, let's be honest, he's still working with some really old characters that haven't been looked at in like a year.
No, that's for sure what's leashing his kit right now. Like that's the chink in the chain. Is the characters that he's going to be paired up with.
I mean, are they gonna release more Shield characters? Are we gonna see more from the Agents of Shield? You know, we're gonna see Mac. Are we gonna see Fitzsimmons? Are we gonna see May? These are all characters. It would be kind of cool. I mean, none of them are super powered. That's fine. I mean, that's kind of the Shield's whole thing. But I mean, yeah, the more I think about it, man, the more I'm just like, whatever. I just don't care. Because he's a set it on defense and you never look at him again. That's fun. That's why I play the game.
Right. No, I agree. I totally understand where you're coming from. It sucks that you're never going to actually get to play him in his God mode.
So, oof. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. So somebody said that the people that went to Fox Next said only X-Men. They also said AIM was okay. So, you know what? Whatever they say. Until I get my hands on it and I can see the kit and I can work with them.
What they said was Wakanda was going to be the premier rating.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Yeah, Fox Next. Yeah. So, anyway, I don't want to talk about the Cool Kids Club anymore. So, let's see. More. So, was there anything else about Coulson that you wanted to talk about?
No, not in particular. He's just going to be really good. We can all tell that.
Yeah. I mean,
in his mode,
he's going to be God mode in war defense. So, yes. Yay that. Let's see. Continuing on with the dev blog here, we have the permanent return of Ultimus 7. The most challenging raid to date is returning, but this time it's back for good. Ultimus 7 is joining the permanent Ultimus Raid Alliance, but be cautioned. Ultimus 7 will be more difficult than its first strike iteration because we did not expect people to finish it as easily as they did, and we plan to milk you for as much as we can. We still recommend that only the strongest alliances attempt Ultimus 7.
So it said all that word for word, huh?
I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
We're also
I think everyone had money on that happening.
I think everybody had money on the Ultimus 7 getting harder.
Yeah, I was surprised to know.
Yeah. We're also changing up the rewards this time around, as the first strike rewards were event-based. Garbage orange gear raid orbs and orange T4 ability materials will be the primary rewards, along with purple gear raid orbs and purple T3 ability materials. Yeah, okay, I don't care. Honestly, they better make these a lot of drops because, number one, those orange gear raid orbs are horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't even get gear you need unless they're going to rework that orange gear orb. I mean, the gear you need to go to 14 is stupid.
Oh, it's absolutely crazy.
It is stupid.
Yeah, we were looking at that before. Yeah, we were looking at that before the show started with the patrons, and they, my God.
Oh yeah, and they doubled the number of orange uniques you need, which you can't get anywhere.
Yeah.
So, until they make this stuff farmable, man, we're just playing the Fox Next Casino. We're sitting down.
This is the game we signed up for.
This is the game we signed up for. And this isn't me being negative because I love the game, man. You heard me get hyped up for the AIM rework, but there are some aspects of this game that are pure and utter garbage.
I fully agree.
And honestly, I kind of hope that this whole loot box legislation stuff goes through in various countries, because that'll be fantastic.
That'll be interesting to see what they do with this afterwards, because obviously, I mean, if it does happen, they're not going to close down shop.
No. They'll redo it, and then we'll just get new surprise mechanics.
Yeah, exactly. I want to see how they work their way around it.
Ultimate 7 is slated for release in October, so start coordinating with your alliance to prepare for the Mount Everest of raids.
This voice in my head tells me that they're going to release it, it's going to be beaten very quickly again because there's been so long in between. And so...
No. You don't understand, man. This thing's going to be geared towards level 80 T15.
Maybe.
14 red stars.
All right. I think that it should be... okay. This is what I'm afraid of. I don't think that it's the likely scenario, but I think it is a scenario. And I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. It would just be they release it. It's been so long since the last time that we've played it. So they think that it's a lot harder, but then we end up playing it. It gets beaten easily again. It gets reworked. People freak out because it's then monstrously difficult. I feel like that's a real possibility there.
I don't disagree with you. It either that or it's going to be so hard overtuned that even top alliances are going to struggle to 30% this raid.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those two.
And here's going to be the greatest part about it because they have no idea how their economy works. The rewards are going to be utterly garbage for whatever you do.
Yeah, we're going to be questioning why we're doing this incredibly difficult.
Why am I banging my head against this brick wall for the one piece of candy?
Yeah. But
I still think this game... oh, man, water went down the wrong pipe. I still think this game is very much a social experiment in frustration.
I think you're probably right.
How long until they quit?
Right now, they have to be scratching their heads saying, what will break these people?
What will do it? What is it going to take?
We've tried everything.
Blue stars.
Some of the stuff we've gotten away with.
Right? Oh, man.
I'll tell you what, if they told me that, if they were like, did a big reveal and were like, by the way, guys, this was all a social experiment, I'd be like, oh my god, that makes so much sense. Yeah. The day might come, people.
Oh, the gear looks just so bad. It's just so bad. 90 pieces. Yeah. 90 pieces.
Yeah.
90 pieces of non-farmable, never showing up gear. Guys, you all thought it was bad trying to get into Fear the Darkness with Gear 13? Oh. So Evan goes, there has to be an avalanche of gear opportunity coming or they are just insane. I know where my vote lies.
Yeah, I'd say I'd plant my flag there too.
Yeah. At least we can farm these items in Nexus 8 and 9. So, continuing on, they've updated the Iron Man quote-unquote legendary event. Thanks to the community's feedback, the Iron Man Legendary event is getting a legendary update. Going forward, I Am Iron Man will be permanently available via the event section for all players level 25 and higher. We've also adjusted the requirements per tier to allow for easier access and improved completion. The final change is coming. The final change coming is Iron Man will now unlock at 3 stars. Okay. I mean, Iron Man is kind of bottom tier legendary unless you put him with power armor. But I mean, he's still a legendary character and he still does good work. He's just not as good as the other legendaries.
Exactly. Yeah. I think this is okay. It's kind of like a intro legendary character for newer people.
Yeah. And then, we will soon be getting, Sabretooth in Blitz because we've got M'Baku going right now. Yep. So, all in all, I felt that this dev blog had some good stuff in it. It actually felt pretty. It wasn't just a cover story or, hey,
a schedule, glorified schedule.
Come in, right? You know, block party's coming next week. Yay! We need a block party, by the way, guys. I'm just saying. My aim team needs some T4 ability materials. So if you want to throw that block party out, I'd really appreciate it. Just saying. Moving on here, we are going to talk about. We'll get to Blitz in a minute, but I wanted to talk about the Gamma Raid. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
The championship raid.
There you go.
My bad. Because we were told we were going to get this new. Weren't we told we were going to get this new raid?
Brand new.
It's brand new raid. Brand new.
Never seen it before.
Ultima 7 Celebration. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Next up is the official Champions Raid, featuring reduced enemy speed bars on spawns. I mean, come on, guys. You really just renamed the Gamma 4 and was like, there you go. Yay. Good for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It felt a little lazy. I'm glad that they made some of the changes they made because, you can actually do the raid now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Could you not have at least put out a new map?
You're not wrong.
I rarely am.
You're not wrong about this.
I like what Captain Murdoch says here. It's the same raid. I hadn't noticed with the fun new title. You know what what made me think it was a different raid? It was the ships flying underneath it with Legion of Cabal and Pants of Hawk names on them. That's what made me think it was a new raid.
Yeah, they did a real good job with this one.
Avenue Assassin asked, can't they hire an intern to create PvE content? We've seen the mess that the interns have made of things. I don't want another intern.
Yeah.
I don't want another intern. that would
was
be
it
bad.
Steve? Was it Steve the intern?
Steve does. Wait a minute. Steve does the gear, right? And doesn't Jeff do the raids? I think there's Steve and Jeff, right? There's Steve the intern, Jeff the intern.
Yeah.
So
but you know what? At least they finally got skins into the game.
Oh yeah, those were fantastic.
No, I mean this is just a skin.
Yeah.
So they finally made good on their promise.
There it is. Oh man, that was so bad.
Yeah. So which one are you going for?
Here's what kills me, right? Sorry, I was going back through in August. August. Have we had 3 raids since August? I don't think so. So August 9th, 2019, Gamma raids are the next raid to make a return, and this time brawlers are the featured character trait. Coordinate with your alliance to earn orb fragments that reward select brawlers, now including Vulture. Was that? Did we already run through an alpha, beta, gamma cycle?
I guess
Evan
so.
says yeah. So yeah, he says yeah.
It seemed.
Well, we are towards the end of September, right? So this was the beginning of August.
Yeah.
Ooh, end of September means we're coming into the beginning of October, which means my anniversary.
Yeah, it just felt really
up.
short.
It did feel really well. That's what happens when they're running back to back to back to back to back, and it's 2 raids all day, every day. Because that's what everybody wants: more game. Plus war. The quote unquote 45-minute per day.
Yeah.
So, look, there's some things they do absolutely fantastic aim rework that I love, and then they just do some things that just make me scratch my head and go, really? Really?
Yeah.
So
which one are you grabbing? Which orb?
Oh, yeah, they got to fix that, man. I don't know how many I've got of each one. I am currently grabbing, I want to say it's the Legion of Cabal orb because it's got more aim in it.
I'm currently grabbing Legion of Cabal right now too. Mostly because I want Colossus. They do have aim in it, and they have it is more Falcon. So yeah.
No, I think I'm doing the Pants of Hawk.
Oh really?
So there's aim security, Carnage,
Science
Minerva. Well, Minerva's in
that
both.
one.
Scientist Supreme, War Machine. Is War Machine in both? But there's look, I'm not gonna lie, they're both pretty good.
Yeah,
they're both pretty good. But I need more. So a lot of the characters in the Legion of Cabal orb, I just don't need. Colossus would be nice, but he's really the only one I'm looking at that I'm going, yeah, okay. Rescue, she's okay, but she works well at low stars, so that's not a big deal unless they target her first, and that's just game over. More pyro would be good, but Vision I almost have 7-star. Thanos I have 7-star. Sabretooth 7-star. Rocket 7-star. Miss Marvel 7-star. Loki's almost 7-star. Groot 7-star. Falcon. And so Falcon, Colossus, and Black Widow. Black Widow I really don't even care about anymore. Nope. I do the Panther Hulk. It's just a better orb for me.
Yeah.
So open it up. Let's see what happens. I got 5 Shield Assault. That's cool. He's on his way to 7-star. No, I do not have a 7-star Shield Assault. Sue me. So
that is crazy.
Yeah, well. Yeah. All right. Where were we? So what do you think? What do you think of the Gamma? Championship raid?
It's just a skin basically of Gamma. It's there. I don't know what else to say about it other than I do like the orb pairings. That I get to pick which pool I get to dip my toe into, just because it gives me a little bit more control than what I feel like I normally have with the orbs. So yeah, it's not so bad.
Well, I got to tell you, I really liked the videos they put out on the orb draft. I thought that was pretty cool. I like what they did there.
Yeah,
I did like what they did there. Look, especially with the start of football season. So it really felt like it was fun. What do you think of the championship login stuff?
Yeah, I think it's good. I don't mind it. Are you upset about it? Because I think that you told me before you didn't like what they did, right?
There are a couple of things in here that I'm kind of like, really? For example, the training orbs, right? But that's very minor. I like the fact that, we get the gold orbs, right? So we get roughly 5 gold orbs. We're going to get 5 of the championship orbs. We're going to get a mega pool out of this, and we'll get 5 red star orbs. So, I'm not upset by that.
Okay, maybe it wasn't you that I was talking to about it.
Yeah, I don't think it was, because I love me some celebrations.
Yeah, I just thought regardless, it's more stuff, so I can't get too upset by it.
Hey, while I'm doing this, did you see that we may have finally got our subscriptions?
Yeah, I saw the offer.
What a joke.
There it is. It's what we've all been waiting for.
It's what we all thought it was going to be. $4.99 for a week.
Mm-hmm. It's here. We did
$4.99 for a week. Guys, look, please don't spend $30 for a month's worth of energy. They're banking on you wanting to level up as quickly as possible. So just don't do it. Look, it's your money. Spend it however you want. I bought Graviton, but I feel like $4 or $5, for a week's worth of energy is not the best, maybe. So
yeah, I would agree with that. Wow, AIM Defense beat a Wakanda team punching down 72K or 62K. He said, "Wow,
that's fantastic."
But it's the Premier Raid team.
It is the Premier, but he's probably talking about the Premier Raid team is not War.
Oh yeah, no, I know. It's just always funny. I just love quoting them as the Premier Raid team.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what they are. They're supposed to be like god level in something, and they're just meh in everything.
Oh, if it reset your calendar, I'd send in something to support, because that's garbage. Because you just lost out on, or got your red star orbs pushed back if it was your 7-day calendar. So, and Ghidorah, nope, that's a 290k Wakanda team. That's not a low Wakanda team.
Someone's really pissed right now.
Somebody's probably really pissed right now, and I think it's fabulous. Wilbur, I want to see screenshots, please. So, okay. Let's talk Alliance Leagues. I did not put this in the show notes. So how can we not talk Alliance Leagues? Hebrew, what do you think of Alliance Leagues?
I thought that it was an interesting idea.
It was.
Yeah.
And then they implemented it.
Yeah.
And it became much less interesting.
They actually tried to do something.
Yeah.
That was their fatal flaw.
That was their fatal flaw. They attempted it. The rewards are nice. Look, we have won one, we have lost one.
Right.
And so, and we are in Silver 4. Mm-hmm. And the rewards are nice. I'm not going to lie. I feel like War is actually kind of worth it. But matchmaking is still horrible.
Yeah, they really need to fix that. That's the prime problem.
How can you have... I can see in Alliance, I can see in leagues, if you're in the top half of your bracket, right? So we're in Alliance 4. Mm-hmm. If we're above the 50% point to get to gold 1,
right?
We should be able to fight either gold 1, silver 4, or silver 3.
Right.
If we're in silver 3, we should only fight silver 4, silver 2. If we're in gold 1, we fight gold 2 or silver 4. We shouldn't be, I shouldn't be in silver 4 fighting a platinum team or a diamond team.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this just showed how terrible the matchmaking was.
Part of the belief structure is that, matchmaking will even out because, there's less incentive to do the shells at this point, which, by the way, if they don't address that, we should all hold their feet to the fire, because I think that was pure cheating, and look, good on Chewie and his alliance for dropping out, showing how bad this was. But they actually all left their alliance before payout, and went back to their original alliance. And good on them for having that type of integrity. So, but I think that Fox Next needs to address people doing that.
Yeah, I'm just glad that they exposed it in a way.
Yeah,
that I think was really good. That was the reason why they did it originally.
Do you really think that Fox Next is going to do anything about it?
Dude, do I know Fox Next or do I know Fox Next? They're not going to do a damn thing.
They're not going to do a damn thing.
Wait, you can say that there? Oh no, that's right. You hate GD. Never mind.
Yeah, GD.
I gotcha. All right, yeah.
But I just, man, look, maybe it will, maybe it won't, but it's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of time. So yeah. we'll have to see. So I think the problem is still going to be that you can wind up punching up or punching down to the point that it's just kind of, this is horrible.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I'm kind of watching this back and forth on the Wakanda versus whatchamacallit? AIM. Yeah. So yeah, I want to see a little bit more. I would prefer matchmaking to be, restricted to being a closer matchup, plus minus one bracket, right? I think that's fair. I think that makes things a little bit more even and gives you a better shot.
Right.
So, we had and I think this is going to be the last thing we talk about, and we're probably not going to spend a whole lot of time on this, but Invisible Woman obviously dropped. We talked about her a bit more. The big news obviously is that they messed up and they made it Mystic instead of BioGear, which people were ecstatic about because in our alliance, I mean, like everybody was like immediately Gear 11, Gear 12, Gear 11, for Invisible Woman, because who doesn't have a ton of Mystic gear just laying around?
Exactly. Yeah.
And so I think that, like we talked about in the survey, for me personally, I think that Foxnex is doing the right thing and not fixing it right now. They're going to fix it next time. Yeah. And, even though that affects me and I won't be able to gear her up as easily as say somebody else, it's still the right thing. It's still the right thing to do. It's still the right. If I wanted to take advantage of that, you know what? I should have worked harder to get her.
Yeah.
So that's on me, not on them. Hebrew, man, there was a lot of news to talk about this week, but I think we're pretty much past that, and we're now into one of our favorite segments, Grab Bag.
That's right.
So let me get over. Oh, first, I want to get to our patron Grab Bag, because if you are a patron, you are guaranteed to have your questions read on the air. Let's see, patron Grab Bag. There it is. Let's see. This is an older one from last week. So how happy is Hebrew with the rework for Scientist Supreme?
Oh, I'm so happy. It is everything that I dreamed of and more, especially with Graviton coming, literally. Because whenever I got it to drop, I was like, oh my god, I can't believe this. Then very soon afterwards, they announced that AIM rework, or they teased it at least. So yeah, the fact that Graviton came in too, threw me over the moon, because that meant that I actually had a really good character at 7 red stars now. So
yeah.
I'm pumped, and it's great.
Riker asked one a little bit further back. I don't know if you and Muggin answered this one or not. What is Dorian Hebrew's favorite Marvel movie? So, what's your favorite Marvel movie?
We did answer this one, but I'll say it again. Okay. Thor Ragnarok for me, for sure.
Ragnarok was really, really good. I'm really surprised you did not say Infinity War, because Vision dies.
Oh, because Vision dies. Yeah. Yeah. That is a moment of splendor that I'll never forget. I was the only one in the theater that was like, yes, yes, he's dead. And then I got to see him die again. It was great.
For me, I gotta kind of maybe go Endgame. It was really good, utterly fantastic. Was so good. Endgame was so good, and it capped off the 10 years. I feel just perfectly. I mean, it opened up so many possibilities for the future. I really did like Far From Home as well, but probably not my favorite.
That was not my favorite. I thought that was a well done movie for sure, but it wasn't. Yeah, it didn't have me like Thor Ragnarok. I was laughing my ass off so much.
Thor Ragnarok was really good.
It was so funny. It was great. I loved every second of it.
The
music and everything, perfect.
You know what's funny is watch Captain Marvel, because the second, third, fourth times, dude. I'm telling you, watch it again, like in the comfort of your home. It's so much better, much better.
We'll see.
I'm just saying. So we didn't talk about this during the quote unquote leak section, but Cravino asked if you guys don't mention it during the show. What are your thoughts on the Doom tease? And do you think he could be another Dark Dimension character? I think he'll be a different type of raid. We'll have to see what they wind up doing here. Maybe it'll be an alliance type of Fear the Darkness. It could be something along the lines of a Galaxy of Hero raid.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, I would really like that. So
yeah, I know we've talked about that a lot, and we've even mentioned Doctor Doom would be a really good option for that. So
yeah, he really would. So I really think that it'll be interesting to see when he comes out. If he comes out, probably maybe November at this point. I think it would be most likely, or early next year. Let's see, that's all we've got from the patrons this week. So let's go down through the grab bag here. I need an I don't know button because I expect you to tell me how strong the aim rework and such stuff is. It was really strong. That. It was really strong.
Very strong.
Let's see. Dorian versus Hebrew in a PvP. What team are each of you using current roster and who wins? It's a really good question.
So I'd probably use Ultron, Minerva, Captain Marvel, Phoenix, and Colossus.
Okay.
Pretty standard meta.
Yeah, I'm going to use Magneto, Juggernaut, Ultron, Phoenix, and Vision.
I think you end up winning.
I do too.
That's what my arena currently is. So yeah, I would and just going off of what you said, I think that you would end up winning, especially with Vision. Unfortunately, I kills me to say that, but yeah.
I mean, look, Cyclops is going to do you a lot of good because he's got such high resist, but I get Juggernaut on the other side who does the same thing. So
you mean Colossus? You mean?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Who did I say?
Cyclops.
Oh, my bad.
If I had Cyclops, I'd win.
The thing I like about Colossus so much is that when Magneto does his, pull everybody together and blind, he does not pull Cyclops. Colossus. Man, I do. I'm gonna keep. How many more times will I do that?
Yeah.
I've been doing that in my videos too. My last one with the T4 ability mats.
Tongue tied.
So BH, I kept saying bounty hunters.
Oh yeah.
Instead of Brotherhood. So
yeah.
Let's see. Why do you think Cyclops has been so delayed? Because they're trying to figure out how to release him without being him completely game breaking.
Yeah, still haven't managed to figure it out either.
I'd love to hear Dorian speak in an English accent. Well, I'd have to practice that one first. Maybe I'll work on that one for a little bit. I used to do an English accent, and then I kind of stopped, so I'd have to get back into practice. It's not something I could just kind of do on the fly. Yeah. Let's see. What's your CP and STP? So, honestly, STP isn't really a measure of anything anymore. In my opinion, I don't think STP because you're not running. Typically, your strongest team isn't your meta team. But Hebrew, what's your TCP and your STP?
Well, my phone's dead right now, so I don't know 100%, but I think it's around 3 mil for my TCP, and then my STP is, I think, probably like 290.
Okay. I am sitting at 3.41 million. And my strongest, my STP is about 329K.
Okay, mine has to be higher than I must be, because I feel like I would be ahead of you on at least one of those.
Yeah, but didn't you just really slow down for a while? You
only for like...
I mean, you became a filthy casual for a while.
I did, but it was only for like a month and a half, if that. Like, that wasn't enough time.
I would imagine yours is going to be close.
It would be close or higher, I'd imagine, because I was a dolphin for a bit at the beginning.
Yeah? I've got a month or so on you, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see. Like whenever we'll compare it next time, I guess.
Yeah. What do you think of abilities being quote unquote locked behind T4 materials for newer characters? Before it felt like a cool little bump in power, but now it feels like they have to be spent to make the team work. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the game.
Yeah, I don't like that, but it is the way it is, so
Yeah.
I can't.
Um,
That's just what they're going to do.
Leveling characters. Should this be done slowly to accommodate resources, or level tunes to 70 and gradually put gear on them? I know the answer. Just wanted your thoughts. Hebrew, what do you think?
I mean, you want to increase the level of your meta team like very quickly, especially with the new raid coming out. So I don't know, with those characters, you want to really bump them up as fast as possible and dump as much in as you can. I suppose in general for the rest of them, you want to just kind of, the auxiliary teams that you have, you want to increase them slowly over time, I guess, just because they're secondary to your main meta teams.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, I think it really depends on who you're trying to level up and what you're trying to accomplish out of it.
Yeah, it's super subjective.
It is pretty super subjective, in my opinion. I think that, it's sometimes you want to save those resources. Look, my Fantastic Four are like level 1, level 2. Mr. Fantastic's level 3 because, we now have the new level 1 character a day for XP. So I'm taking my level 1 guys up one level at a time to get that bonus.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could see a case for taking them up very, very quickly if you've got the resources to gear them up.
Exactly.
Even sometimes, if not, like I took Graviton, I had the goal to take him to like 65 immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I could only take him to like tier 7 or tier 8.
Right.
So, but, that level 70 also allowed me to unlock other abilities and things of that nature. So, it wasn't 70, it was 60, 65, somewhere around there. But I was able to unlock other abilities and still use him. So, yeah, because abilities are unlocked behind level, I think leveling up so that you can get the abilities is never a bad thing.
Yeah.
What non-aim teams can Graviton be used in? I think Brotherhood, first of all. With Magneto, he's crazy good, especially with Pyro. Because
OG
he and Pyro...
Spider-Verse team. Oh, sorry. I thought you were done with that one.
No, go ahead. Yes.
I was just going to say OG Spider-Verse team, too. Any debuff heavy team.
Yeah, absolutely. Because he's gonna kind of crush on basic. He is going to extend those debuffs on when an enemy falls below 50%. So I've tested this out with Magneto and Pyro. Because Pyro applies heal block to anybody that falls below 50%, unfortunately, Graviton goes before him and extends the debuffs before Pyro applies the heal block. I'd hoped it would work the other way.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you put them on the same team. It's just a 2-turn heal block. Done.
Yeah.
That would have been nice. Other than that, yeah, I'm working on a couple of teams because I really think Graviton's one of those that can be used so well elsewhere. But, the debuff heavy teams really come to mind quickly. Put him with Venom. Oh, wow. Those bleeds from Venom and from Pyro. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Running with Ant-Man, that 2-turn ability block suddenly becomes a 3-turn ability block. Yeah. I mean, there's some good combos out there.
Yeah.
Who's the better plug and play character to level up, Graviton or Scientist Supreme?
Say Graviton.
I agree. I don't think Scientist Supreme is as much of a plug and play as Graviton is. In fact, I think that in a non-aim team, she actually kind of hurts you a bit.
You'd have to be going up against a very specific team.
Yeah. Because her when she gives all the aim people she would give buffs to, non-aim allies also get debuffs. So
yeah.
I don't feel that she's a plug and play type of character, but Graviton absolutely is.
Yes, 100%.
Hebrew, are you planning on subscribing to Disney Plus at launch? And what new Marvel show are you most excited for?
We were talking about this a little bit beforehand, actually.
Yep.
Because you got such an amazing deal on yours. I think I'm probably going to, since it's cheap, and I know that they're going to have The Mandalorian on it. And I guess they're bringing back all of the ones from Netflix. Am I correct in that?
So Netflix is canceling them. They are reverting to Marvel, but I don't know if the Defender shows will be shown on Disney Plus, mainly because Disney Plus for me right now feels like it's much more family friendly, shall we say? And the Defenders individually and stuff, they definitely are not.
Yeah, I still think that Jessica Jones season 1 was one of the coolest and darkest shows I've seen.
It was really, really, really good. I have not watched season 3 yet, so I'm actually got to need to binge watch that. But thanks for ruining my answer to this. No, I do not plan on subscribing to Disney Plus at launch because I've already subscribed. I was one of the lucky ones that jumped on that D23 offer, and I bought 3 years at 23% or saved $23 a year, was it, and got 33% off basically. So I bought 2 years, got one free.
Yeah. The I guess so. I just looked up which series are coming to Disney Plus for Marvel, and apparently the first ones will be Falcon and Winter Soldier. Can't say I care about. I can't say I care about either of those characters in the slightest bit. Then WandaVision, which you know my answer to that one.
Right.
But
I actually like that one, but we'll see.
Yeah, the next one's Loki, though. And Loki, I would totally watch, for sure.
Yeah.
So, definitely Loki. And I'm not interested in the Hawkeye one. So, but there's going to be a Moon Knight one.
There is going to be a Moon Knight. That was announced recently. That one I'm excited for.
Yeah.
My wife's like, I don't know who Moon Knight is. I'm like, think psychotic Batman.
Yeah.
So
that would be an interesting one.
Let's see.
I will change my mind on WandaVision if Vision is super badass.
We'll see.
So
WandaVision is supposed to be more of a sitcom. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's going to play, but we'll see.
Okay. All right.
Let's see. Every content creator seems to have a different configuration for aim, which characters for which mode and which layout. Can you go into yours a little deeper? Also, how much would your choices be dependent on red stars? So actually, I'm doing some videos on the different team comps. I can see different team comps for different things depending on who you have and your red star levels, because I do think that makes a difference. If you've got a 4, 5, 6, 7 red star aim monstrosity, you're probably going to use him for that 20% damage increase. That's just crazy. So,
you're going to have a monster damage dealer on your team if you have that.
Yes.
So, yeah. We talked about it in depth at the beginning, so.
Yeah, we did. So, go back and listen to the beginning of the show. Or subscribe to my channel on YouTube. That'll work, too.
There you go.
Hebrew, do you follow baseball very much?
I do not.
Okay. So, I'll answer
I
this
think baseball is one of the most boring sports in the world.
I'd agree with you, but we'd both be wrong. I think baseball is one of the most fantastic sports on the planet, but
hockey is the best sport on the planet.
Why do the Cubs suck so badly? Because they're Chicago. The dirty Cubs. Sorry, I'm a Cincinnati Reds fan, so yeah. Right. The Cubs suck because there is a God. Hebrew, why haven't you retired yet?
Huh?
That's actually
like in life or the game?
No. I didn't say you specifically. It just said, why haven't you retired yet? So I'm asking you first.
I think that, I'm assuming we're talking about the game. So in the game, I still like playing. I don't think I'll ever stop playing this game. Straight up. Just because I really like the IP. So even if things go horribly wrong, I still think I would play.
Yeah.
Even if I think I would just decrease the amount of time and the intensity at which I play. So, yeah.
Yeah. For me, honestly, a lot of it is this show. It's the IP. I do love the IP, and it's the community. So, I think at this point I'm just pretty jaded on this. So,
yeah,
jaded on the game. So, let's see. Hebrew, who is a character you hope never enters the game?
I hope never enters the game. I don't know. I don't think I am the only character that I have something against is Vision. So, and like I'm too much of a troll that like I want to see Jubilee and I want to see Howard the Duck. Like I want to see those characters go in. So I have no idea.
For me, probably Squirrel Girl.
Why wouldn't you want to see Squirrel Girl? Isn't she like a parody herself?
Yeah, but we've already got Deadpool.
Yeah, but what's wrong with more? I like that.
I just meh. Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
You know, I never got into the Squirrel Girl hype, and I
didn't she carry Thor's hammer?
She's supposedly more powerful than Hulk. I guess.
Wow.
Because I guess reasons.
So reasons and stuff.
Yeah, reasons and stuff. Let's see. Dorian, from a programming point of view, do you think Fox Next would be able to implement a defensive system where the players are able to allocate a turn order to their abilities? For example, get Magneto to use his special before his ult. Do you think Fox Next has the manpower to do this if possible? Do I think it's possible? Yes. Do I think they have the manpower? That's a completely different question because I still have concerns about I still have some concerns with the game with Fox Next. So, I mean, do they have the manpower? Probably. I mean, they're coming out with like 2 or 3 new games, so I'm sure Fox Next got the manpower. But yeah, you know, it would be fantastic to be able to do this. By the way, I think this is a great suggestion, and I would absolutely love to be able to set priority for abilities.
Me too.
So. Let's see. Hebrew, who is your favorite character?
Jubilee. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously Gambit is my favorite.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Wait, are they in character in game?
I think I was going to go with a character in game.
Oh, okay. Character in game, Scientist Supreme.
So I've had over the past year and a half, I've had a couple of iterations of this. Thanos, Luke Cage for the long time, and I still love Luke Cage. Don't get me wrong. But currently, right now, it might be Graviton.
Graviton is very fun to play.
He is so fun to play.
That's the thing. I go by fun to play, and like for me right now, that's Scientist Supreme just because she's so powerful. Right. On my end, but yeah, like Graviton is so much fun to play because you get to screw so many people with him. It's amazing.
It's so fun. So, let's see. Somebody wants us to sing the YMCA. You're gonna pay money for that one. Sorry. So, yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the grab bag, Hebrew. So, I think that episode 49 is pretty much a wrap.
Yep, let's put her to bed.
Well, we can't just yet because we got to give the paying customers what they came for. Hebrew,
of course.
Who are you farming?
I am farming up my aim still. It is going to be a process. It's been a process, but yeah, I almost have Scientist Supreme done. So that's going to be amazing, and still working on the rest of the crew, bringing them up. Want to try to get them all to 7 stars as fast as possible, and then I'm hoping that an unlock will come from it eventually as well.
That would be nice, MODOK.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm doing. What about you?
So I am working on AIM, but I'm also working, I almost have Loki to 7 stars. I almost have Vision to 7 stars. And I almost have Yondu to 7 stars. So those 3 get kind of a priority. After that, though, it's Scientist Supreme, AIM Security, AIM Assaulter. Those 3 are the ones that I'm really kind of focusing on. I'm not too worried about Researcher. I may wind up regretting this at some point, but she's the one I'm leaving out. So,
yeah, even for me, she's the last one to upgrade. So yeah.
Yeah, but not everybody could get a 7 red star Scientist Supreme.
That's right.
You can't brag because when you got her, you were complaining so much.
I was pissed.
But
now I'm so happy.
So mad.
The world is right again. I will say my terrible luck finally paid off. So yeah.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. And with that, we do want to thank you for listening to the Ravager Report. You can find us on any and all of your favorite podcast apps or by going directly to our Podbean site at ravagerreport.podbean.com. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a rating and review, as it does help us make the show better for you. You can find us on Twitter at RavagerRepo and join our Discord channel at discord.me/RavagerReport. If you would like to help support our show, you can do so at patreon.com/RavagerReport, where we have subscriptions starting at just $2 going up to $20. And for just $5 per month, you can get early access to the uncut live show a day or two before it's released to the general public. Finally, we do want to send a great big shout out to all of our listeners and patrons for their continued support. And until next time, keep fighting, true believers.